It's not written down. It's not a process. I was talking to a realtor and they were talking about, just stuff and their team and how they're having assistants split amongst three of them. And I asked what their job duties were. And they gave kind of a rough overview of what it was. And I said, well, can you show it to me? They, what do you mean? I'm like, well, if it's not written down, it's not a process. And even if you're a solopreneur, whether you're a loan officer or realtor, doesn't matter. If you don't have something written down, it's just a habit. It's hey, this is what I do, but it's a habit. It's all up in your noggin. If you can't hand it to somebody else that says, hey, here's what to do and here's how I do it, then again, it's not a true process. So I'd recommend, even if you're a party of one or a team of 10, the more, and I could show you, I mean, the amount of countless checklists we have, it's to help us make sure that nothing falls through the cracks. No matter how many times you've done something, there can always be a new twist or something going on. You can get distracted. The checklist, the documents, the things like that help you stay on course, help you stay on task, and make sure that nothing gets missed. And our checklist has been over 20 years in the making. Anytime we get bit, which doesn't happen very often in these days, right? Because it's been happening for so long, we got a great team. But when we do, it's got to make sure the checklist gets updated because more often than not, yes, we're human. Yes, we make mistakes. Not many, but we do make them. But at the end of the day, the checklist, right? That's where I get concerned. I understand we're human and it's one of those things where that stinks and that's going to happen. But the reality is I do not and will not accept problems in our processes. If something happens and it wasn't part of a system of checks and balances to make sure things don't happen, negative things or bad things happen to us, then that's our fault. So most of the time, good news, most of the time it's not our fault, but you need to have it. And once you've done this, so here's the bit for you, like, it's a lot of work. I don't have to do that. I'm a party of one. And guess what? If you want to grow, and I hope you do, if you want to grow your business and you start doing more business, it's a lot easier to hire and it's a lot easier to delegate and hire the right person for the task that you don't want to do or need to delegate when it's written there in front of you. It's a lot easier to train that person and be better. And then secondly, what a marketing piece. So if you ask me right now, if I got somebody that says, hey, Mark, I'm thinking about going to work for, or choose lender X. I'm going to go work with lender X versus what you guys, for realtors, I might show them like, look, here's how we guarantee that we're going to close on time and you get your paycheck. For clients, it's like, hey man, here's how we're going to guarantee you close on time and you don't lose the house and everything goes really, really smooth. Ask the other lender to prove it. Most of them won't have the comprehensive list we do. A lot, some will, but not most. Same with you, right? Whether you're a realtor, put it in your listing presentation, put it in your buyer's presentation. If you're a lender, make sure you have it and put it in your client consultation. Hey man, here's the thousands of things we do to make sure that your loan goes so smooth that you don't have to worry about it. So that's my piece to say, if it's not written down, it's not a process. And this doesn't have to be something that's a 5-hour like ordeal. Just start a checklist today. Start just referencing it. When you do whatever task that is, add a few things. When you get bit, make sure those things are on a checklist somewhere. So compartmentalize it. You don't need one checklist that's 19 pages. I'd rather you have 7 checklists that you bring out each one when you're doing your specific task. So if you have any questions or need help or want to see what we do, I'm happy to share. Reach out to us absolutely anytime you need or want. And as always, be sure to forward, share, subscribe, all the stuff that goes with this, and keep chasing excellence.